Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Board of Governors, the headmaster and staff and students of St. Andrews College, welcome to our annual Cadet Inspection. This year marks the 93rd anniversary of the school and is the 89th year since the founding of the 142 St. Andrews College Cadet Corps. Every year, each cadet corps must be inspected, and by doing so vies for the coveted Strathcona Cup, which is annually awarded to the highest scoring cadet corps. As the largest cadet corps in Canada, it's with pride and enthusiasm that today we present ourselves ready to take on this challenge. We warmly welcome this year's recruiting officer, Honorable Lieutenant Governor Ontario Henry Jack. Unfortunately, to reach our inspecting officer, he is Captain William Andrew, Area Cadet Officer.
Battalion! Stand back! E! Bugler! Down the marker's call!
The battalion is under the able command of Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Sergeant Sean McGrath. Sean is a prefect representing Memorial House and played on first soccer and first rugby. The deputy commanding officer is Cadet Major Stephen Herrick. Steve is a student of many interests and talents. He is a prefect from Sifton House. He was on first football and first rugby and was selected for the Ontario Junior Rugby team. He is an avid and skilled debater and has contributed greatly to the success of our debating team. This year's Regimental Sergeant Major is Bart Somerville. Bart is co-head of house at McDonald House and is a school prefect. He has represented the school playing first football, first basketball, and first rugby. His stern bearing and booming voice earned him his rank and garnered the respect of all cadets. You will see and hear him in action a little later in our program when he addresses the troops. regimental sergeant major will give the command to get on parade. The deputy commanding officer, Stephen Herring, will then assume command. Bugler Michael Boyer will sound the calls.
Marker number 1, stand by! Remainder, advance! Right, turn! Markers, steady! Bugler, now get on break! Battalion! 5 company! Get on break! Come on, company! Get on break! Sister company! Get on break! Memorial company! Get on! Their company! Get on! Right! Romney company! Get on! Right! Get on! Company! Get on! Right! Battalion! Moving on out! March! Battalion! Right! Right! Front rank! Steady! Middle rank! Steady! Rear rank! Steady! Line! Front! Number 1 platoon! Stand up! East! Number 2 platoon! Stand up! East! Number 2 platoon! Action! East! Number 3 platoon! Number 16 platoon! Attention! Sister company! Stand up! East! Sister company! Attention! Sister company, set the zone for number 2! Number 4 platoon. 603, 36, 603, 603, to the company, stand up, B. Memorial Company, stand at ease. Memorial Company, attention. We're the same with platoons. Number 7 platoons. Secure free. Company Sergeant Major. Number 8 platoons. What is your outbreak? Joe Hobson, Company Sergeant Major. Number 9 platoons. It's number 8. Joe Hobson, Company Sergeant Major. Memorial Company, stand at ease. Memorial Company, stand at ease. Memorial Company, attention. Secure free. Company Sergeant Major. Little break, Joe Hobson, Company Sergeant Major. Little break, Joe Hobson, Company Sergeant Major. Report that company. Fall down, company. Little break, Company Sergeant Major. 16 company. Little break, Joe Hobson, Company Sergeant Major. Come on, company. Little break, Joe Hobson, Company Sergeant Major. New company. Little break, Joe Hobson, Company Sergeant Major. Branding company. Little break, Joe Hobson, Company Sergeant Major. McDonald's Laidlaw Company! We want our break! We want our break now! Battalion! Stand at ease!
The Deputy Commanding Officer will give the command to fall in the officers, who will now assume command of their individual platoons and companies. You will have noticed that each time command is taken over, the officer in charge will command the battalion to attention and then stand the corps at ease. It is now at this point that Lieutenant Colonel McGrath will command that these orders be carried out. Sean will also command the flag party to fall in at this time. Leading our flag party is Cadet Sergeant Tito Seeley. He is accompanied by Cadet Sergeant Ewan McDermott, who carries the Canadian flag, Cadet Sergeant Doug Chambers, who carries the provincial flag, and Cadet Sergeant Tom Luxemburger, who holds our battalion flag. This flag was designed specifically for St. Andrews and incorporates the school crest. It was donated in memory of Harry Broughton Hauser, St. Andrews Old Boy of 1903. Our honor guards are Sergeants Jeffrey Cottrell and Ben Thwaites.
Shoot! Highlanders, stand at ease. One, 4, 2, Sands College, I get going. Basic suit, present, on. Shoulder, on. Front right, stand fast. Stand behind rear right, stand at ease.
You may be seated. St. Andrews College Cadet Corps has been a colorful and vital aspect of St. Andrews history. Although drill instruction had been part of our earliest history between 1899 and 1904, it was in 1905 that the cadets were organized as a regular cadet corps, the 142 St. Andrews College Highland Cadet Corps. Our number 142 indicates that we were one of the early units to be formed.
Infantry right! Stand back! To the right! Attention! Infantry right! Stand back! Front right! Stand at ease!
Graduates of the college have become officers in the 48, and several have even risen to command this famous unit. The splendid red tunics bring to mind the fabled Red Line of the British Empire. Records indicate that the uniform we see our cadets wearing today was a standard uniform worn in battle and made a famous early appearance in the Battle of Waterloo in 1815. The splendid turnout of our young cadets owes a great deal to long hours of care and attention lavished on the uniforms by our quartermaster, Mr. Bert Munns, and his cadet quartermaster, Ringo Young. These gentlemen have been assisted by the school matron, Mrs. Patricia Hand, and her head mistress, Mrs. Denise Rulli, and by their dedicated staff. We are indebted, too, to our many cadets who have devoted countless hours of preparation in the cadet stores before the corps is finally outfitted and on parade as you see them today. You will agree that our cadets come in various shapes and sizes. Fitting and tailoring uniforms for the hundreds of boys in parade is a monumental task.
I'm sure you are. That's the bottom one, but it will be right back. I believe it. She was telling me.
Attention! Hayden! Cultura! March! What for two says not I get on? To the right, Congaroo! Right! Turn! Butterfly! Right, turn! March! Position! Advance! Left! Turn! Butterfly! Let's go! Butterfly! Pull!
Please be seated. Please stand for the advance review order and remain standing for the vice-regal salute.
Shields go down, get core! We're advancing viewer! Busy base coverage is by the center! Quick! March! Fight, you can suit! Present! Arms! Shoulder! Arms! Officers, overturn swords! Officers, return! Swords!
We should call it demonstration, sir.
Raise your hand!
Please be seated. At this point, command is handed over to Deputy Commanding Officer Major Herron, who will march the battalion off the parade square.
Turn to the right and call a route! Right! Turn!
Butter party! Right counter! Ah! Butter party! Halt!
As members of a platoon become more proficient, they no longer need to count aloud.
Advance! Right, turn!
1, 2, 3, 1!
Squad, dressing! Right, dress!
Step 2, 3, arms 2, 3, shuffle 2, 3.
Ceremony at front.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Attention!
One!
All right, come on!
Sir!
God, restart! Right, turn!
1, 2, 3, 1!
Squad, restart! About, turn!
1, 2, 3, 1!
Squad, advance! Right, turn!
1, 2, 3, 1!
Squad, stand up! East!
1!
Squad, attention!
1!
To the front! Salute!
1!
Down! Out!
1!
Squad, retire! About, turn!
1, 2, 3, 1!
Squad, stand up! East!
1!
Stand easy!
1, 2, 3, 1!
Squad! Attention!
1!
Dressing, right? Dress!
Step 2, 3, arms 2, 3, shuffle 2, 3.
Eyes! Front! Squad, retire! Left! Turn!
1, 2, 3, 1!
Squad, by the left! Sweep! Back! Left! 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 Right! Left! Right! Left! Left!
Hundred 6 Andrians who gave their lives in World War I, the so-called war to end all wars. In World War II, another 43 Andrians died. The following demonstration is a tribute to these gallant Andrians. Adam Bradley, one of the youngest members of the current group of Andrians, has moved to the center of the quad. and he is carrying the cross of St. Andrews, which is used in services in the chapel. Under the command of Sergeant Tito Seeley, a small honor guard is marching onto the quad. Members of the guard are Cadet Sergeants Tom Luxemburger, Doug Chambers, Jeffrey Cottrell, Ewan McDermott, and Ben Thwaites. As they take station around the cross of St. Andrews, they will reverse arms and bow their heads. We ask you to rise for a minute of silence in honor of the Andrews who died in the service of their country. This will be followed by the last post played by Cadet Sergeant Michael Boyer. The Corps wishes to thank Lieutenant Barbara Ellis for her assistance in organizing this display.
Right! Right and left! Left! Back! Stand! Outward! Turn! Stand! Breathe in! Out! Stand! Back on your arms! Reverse! Stand! Breathe in! Out! Stand! Shoulder! Out! Stand! Right and left! Turn! Whitefield. Charge! Change! Into! Break! Charge! Break! March!
Please be seated. Here the companies have been named after the houses rather than A Company, B Company, and so on, as was the practice in the past. Each team consists of 4 cadets who will run the obstacle course in 2. They must jump across the wide obstacle, jump over the high hurdle, then test their balance by jumping on 1 foot along a row of tires. Failure to complete a hurdle means that both members of the team must try the obstacle again. Once past the tires, one member of the team must carry his teammate by a fireman's lift to the other end of the quad. When they reach the road, they change over, and the other member of the team must carry his teammate back to the tires, where they will run the course in reverse. When they get back to the finish line, the second half of the house team will start. First house to have all 4 members through the first will be the winner. The starter and judge is Cadet Lieutenant Jason Reed, who is temporarily out of action due to a broken leg. Members of the McDonald Laidlaw Company are setting up the obstacles under the supervision of Sergeants Jed Dadson and Andrew Beach.
Right, third. 17. One left, go time, mark. That's right.
The winner is Ramsey House. The final demonstration is by the pipes and drums. The band is being led under the quad by drum major Chris Thompson and pipe major John Schick. This year's edition of the band has been practicing since the start of school in September. They are supervised by Mr. Stephen Treasure. Mr. Harry Humberstone coaches the drummers, and the pipers have been coached by Mr. Graydon Cragg, himself a former pipe major, and Mr. Terry Haynes. Ladies and gentlemen, the pipes and drums of St. Andrews College.
Pipe the drum! On, lad! Quick! On!
Now that the pipes and drums have concluded the demonstration, the battalion will march onto the parade ground and form a hollow square. At this time, the presentation of awards will be conducted and the concluding remarks will be given.
Rifle! Highness! Halt! Highness! Advance! Right! Turn! Highness! Stand at ease! Stand easy!
May I extend a warm welcome to parents and friends of the school, and a special welcome to His Honour, the Lieutenant Governor of Ontario, and a longtime supporter of St. Andrew's College. We'd first like to call upon Major Smith and Captain Stevens to give the Green Star Awards. Captain Smith.
Would you come forward, please, as your names are called? Kevin Arts, Chris Abraham, Jamil Bendelli, David Brannon, Kieran Brett, Cam Chan, Fred Gauvin, Julian Hall, Jeff Hindus, Edric Ho, Tarek Juman, Jesse Kerr, Alvin Lau, Corporal Lindquist, Justin Lindquist, Robert Lowes, Jan Matthews, Lance Corporal Monroe, Howard Ing, Corporal Somerville, and Nick Timms.
Major Smith and Captain Stevens. I would now like to call upon Colonel Tetlock to present the next two awards. First, the Ellsworth Cup, awarded to the best platoon. Platoon number 13 with Cadet Lieutenant James Brown and Sergeant Sean Etherington. Next one is the award to the best company, Memorial, with Chris Murray and Tichi Chung. Thank you, Colonel. I would now ask Mayor John West, Mayor of Aurora, to present the next two awards. First, to the Best Lower School Cadet, Andrew Camargo. And now the J.L. Wright Trophy, awarded to the Best Upper School Cadet, Daisuke Suzuki. Thank you, Mayor West. I'd like to invite Mr. Kingsley Ward, Chairman of the Finance Committee of the Board of Governors and a great friend of the Cadet Corps, to present the award to the RSM. Bart Somerville. The Chairman of the Board of Governors, Mr. Peter Harris, to present the next two awards. First, to the Pipe Major, Drum Major Chris Thompson. And also to the DCCO, Cadet Major Steve Herron. At the same time as the Pipe Major Award, I forgot to invite the Drum Major, Pipe Major John Schick. Oh, he had it. He had it. Now to the DCCO. Now the award to the commanding officer will be presented by His Honor Lieutenant Governor of Ontario to Cadet Colonel Sean McGrath. We will also ask at this point to ask the Lieutenant Governor to say a few words afterwards.
Thank you very much. Mr. Bedard, Mr. Harris, Colonel, officers and men of the St. Andrews College Cadet Corps. I can't say how pleased I am to be here, and I was saying to Principal Bedard, I don't know what powers remain to the Lieutenant Governor, but I at least brought you a nice day. I can imagine you have been having to practice over the past months with rather inclement weather and in rain and in the gymnasium, and so I'm delighted that we have at least brought you good weather. I am, of course, delighted to be back here at St. Andrews College, a college which I feel a lot of affinity for. I came first here as a very small boy to watch my uncle play and cousins play football. I remember myself when I was at another school coming here again to play football. And then I can remember when I had to face the question of my son going to boarding school, there was no other alternative but to send him to St. Andrews College, where he had 7 most enjoyable years. So therefore, to be invited to inspect the St. Andrews College Cadet Corps is a pleasure for me. It is, I think, perhaps what I might say one of the more memorable events of a rather busy schedule I have. I want to congratulate Colonel McKay in this corps. I see a lot of cadet corps in my position, but I don't think I have seen any corps that is so precise, shows the training, the discipline, and the precision in your movements that I have seen today. I want to congratulate particularly the band, the pipe and drum band of this corps, which I have heard many times before. I live in South Rosedale, so at least once or twice a year you wake me up on a Sunday morning when I remind me I should be in church too. I also want to congratulate the young cadets from MacDonald House for considering the age and your state of and what grade you're in. I thought you were terrific. I've never seen such young cadets as well as I have here today. for those of you who are older and are reaching the end of your career at St. Andrews College, I know you will remember, I know that you will perhaps now be looking forward to what the future entails, the experiences you are going to have at university and getting on with your lives and determining and picking a career. But in the evening of your memory, you will always come back to this very sacred place. St. Andrews College, whether you know it or not, has left an indelible mark on your lives. Whatever you become in the future, you will owe to this place. Your memory will take you back. It may be the cheers from the playing field, it may be the chapel, it may be that avuncular discussion with a favorite master that gave you the ability to break through in some new field of awareness. It may be your feeling that my responsibility is not just to achieve, but to share that success with others. So St. Andrews College will leave a mark on you, which maybe now, as you get on to your new careers, you may forget, but it will be always on you. It will be in your memory, and you will come back. Once you are an Andrian, you will always be an Andrian. It will be part of you. It will be part of your future. I have been very proud today to be invited here to take part in this ceremony. You are a fine cadet corps. You represent the greatest tradition of one of the great independent schools of this country. You should be very proud of yourselves, as I know your parents and friends who are sitting behind me are proud of you today. Thank you very much.
Just to make the day a little bit more memorable for the Lieutenant Governor, we would like to offer these two gifts to him.
Hands! Attention! Sound march off the flag! March off the flag! To the flag! Salute! Steady! Tap to the bite! Bugle! Sound dismissal! Highlanders! Officer of range! Dismissed!
Cadet staff and headmaster of St. Andrews College would like to thank you for your support. We look forward to seeing you at our next inspection.
That was very nice. I'm going home.
No, don't say it.